In the kitchen, I'm ripping up, and this is what's on this old laminate flooring underneath of the tile flooring. Kitchen as of now. Stuff to put all the trim boards on everywhere. Missing trim boards. I'll be making those myself just by stripping extra pieces of the flooring that I have down to the size that I need. So this will all be wood soon. Finish the bathroom. Before I start ripping up, I'm going to need to rip up this carpet. And I'll have to start ripping up this tile with like a hammer drill. And then this baseboard, I'll have to peel that off. And there will be lots of staples under here and carpet strippings for me to rip up as well. Okay, now once I have all these tack strips up, I can begin to clean everything up and prep it. So this is the area that you saw me ripping up earlier. I'm putting down 3/4 inch white pine that we got from Lumber Liquidators. It's a tongue and groove. I thought this would be going a little bit faster, but some of the imperfections in the wood just have slowed me down because I've had to take this trusty old X-Acto knife and just shave down the back of the boards to get them to fit. And I've got quite a few shavings just from this. You can see how I'm just stripping little fine pieces off of it just to get them to fit nice and tight. I have a variation of 9-inch wide planks and 7-inch wide planks that I'm alternating. So there's a 9, 7, 9. I'm about halfway done with the living room here. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm just trying not to get my cuts to line up, just staggering them try to get about every 6 inches. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And I'll be doing baseboards. If you're planning on doing your own, installing your own hardwood floors or pine floors like I am, you'll need a flooring nailer. I got that from Harbor Freight or from Menards for maybe $109 or $120, and it came with this hammer. It's not a flat end, but it's kind of angled, maybe 15-20 degrees or whatever, just so that when you hit the back of the tongue, it stays underneath the tongue and pushes the board in. Very handy for the floors, necessary. Here's a brad nailer that I've been using. I borrowed that, so I'm unsure of how much that would cost. Because I ripped up my own floors, the vice grips and little pliers there came in a lot of help. Pulling staples out from the carpet and some of the particle board that was underneath. There was so many staples, and this thing was definitely the best tool to use. Just getting all the trim boards off and removing all the trim boards and anything that really needed to be cut out. Combination of this here Japanese saw, that was really handy getting under trim doors, but also just these, I think these are actually used for cars, removing interior trim off of cars, but they're plastic, but just they're helpful to not damage the drywall. Some cases, I would use this metal pry bar, getting up flooring and whatnot in combination, just hitting the end of it with the little rubber mallet, and of course a broom. Always need to be keeping the area clean. Use this Ryobi 18-volt router for all the ends of the stairs here. Get that rounded edge for the stairs. I think it was like, I want to say around $50. Alright, so this is why this process kind of takes so long, is here if you can see, this board is sticking out that way a little bit more than this. I'm butted up against the board here. There's a tight fit. Then I have some gapping. It's a very tight fit in the center, and then down here at the end I have some gaps. So what I'll do is I'll just shave back the areas where the board is touching with the razor blade. So I'll cut the back of this board here, and sometimes in certain cases, if this is the board that's bulging, then I'll shave that side down so that I get a really nice tight fit, because just those little imperfections add up as each row goes. It exacerbates the imperfection. So here I have a lot of my cuts are ending up toward the center, and I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to not make as many in the center because the row is starting to bulge in the middle of the room. So that seems to be the difficult part with these wider planks versus I think maybe the narrower planks, like just your typical oak or anything else, just more like a 3-inch, 5-inch cut board. You may not have those issues as much, but I've been wasting a lot of time just trying to get these boards to fit perfectly, just because they're not all the same. Each board's different, and they kind of have all their own imperfections. I have my boards lined up pretty well. In order to put staples in this, there's a little button right here. This comes back and releases.
I need to sing ABB.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
So for the pine floors, I'm using a 15 gauge, 1/2-inch wide flooring staple. Whenever you load the flooring nailer, you're going to want to make sure that it's not connected to the air compressor, and then you just slide that back up, Put your staples in. There's a little release button that comes down. Connect it. I have all my boards in pretty square and tight. So now it's hammer time. There's a lip right here. It just tells you that needs to sit in the groove every time you drive the nail in. I'm just doing it every 12, 16 inches. And when I'm swinging, I'm not really doing a whole, I'm just kind of lifting it up and letting the kind of weight of my arm and the hammer come back and drive it in. Not a hard swing, firm.